Hello and good afternoon. There we are again. Telefónica's Demotour day in Telefónica's Agora. And we're going to tell you a little bit more about what is it that's happening here. A lot has happened these 3 days. Many customers have visited us and we know what is on demand. So we're going to be telling you the same old story but improved. Our proposal is based on 3 axes. The first one being access, the second one related to social issues, and the third one to the environment, the planet. The story we want to tell you is based on realities and how technology can help overcome challenges in these 3 areas. The way we buy, the way we learn, the way we work, and the way we manage our health. Everything is changing abruptly day after day. I keep telling my mask, but it stays the same. We need to face the challenges ahead, and technology can help. Let's start focusing on health. Sorry, business. Business is a vast area. We have a couple of examples. One, the digital twin. You are there, online, connected. And then we have the physical infrastructure in our stand here in the Mobile World Conference. So within business, here in Telefónica, 2021 Mobile World Conference edition, the summer edition, has to do with harbors. We're going to be sharing a couple of examples related to harbors. And we're going to connect with Alejandro Alonso Portero. He's already been broadcasted in several news programs, and he's been doing demos with several customers. And he's going to tell you more about harbors in the business area. Alejandro Alonso Portero, the floor is yours. Hello and good afternoon, Guillermo. Hello. We're here in the connected industry segment of Telefónica. We wanted to bring you a digital twin of the tests that we are carrying out in the Telefónica group. We are going to start with a demo in Bilbao Harbor, hand in hand with Allrith Harbor. We have here the tool, the entry tool to a harbor. We're going to zoom into the tool where several tracks are trying to access. We're going to focus in these 2 tracks. So we have deployed a rear camera system and a front camera system. All these cameras allow us to read the plates of each track, inform the system about the materials carried, whether these are hazardous materials, and all this is sent to Telefónica, where it's processed through machine learning and deep learning mechanisms. So if there's any degradation in the letters, it can be recomposed. Then the system decides whether the track has access to the terminal or not. In this case, this track has been cleared access. The entry efficiency is extremely quick. All this happens in milliseconds. It exemplifies a free flow tool in real time. So now we are here in the managing board. Operators can see the flows of inbound and outbound flows with information about hazardous materials, containers, etc. The trust level is 99%. Everything is managed through deep learning functionalities. Here is a summary of all the trucks driving in and out and whether the entry has been cleared or not. All this is supported by algorithmics. And in the second stage of the demo, we're going to be checking this arch. Here there is another camera flow where a double checking takes place. Everything is double checked. What has been checked in a first stage is double checked. Now, considering that these trucks carry hazardous materials, this camera arch can redirect trucks or lorries to the appropriate area of the terminal. So once the system decides in real time where the lorry has to be redirected, So it does. It's very important that the operation managers to be informed about the presence of any hazardous materials in the terminal in real time so they can react in a very short period of time whenever that is necessary. Now the lorry is driving towards the right, and now we move to APM terminals and mobile world capital Barcelona. In the second part of the demonstration, as you can see here, this is being done with APM terminals. Here we have these machines, these straddle carriers that have been connected with 5G connectivity so that when they drive or taxi around the terminal, we can, well, here there's a risk of collision, and since Let's Computing processes in real time and with centrimetric positions, well, all the hardware, in this case, we're seeing these machines with computers. Let's Computing determines the collision risk between cranes, both when it comes to connected cranes, connected lorries, as pedestrians who are also connected through their smartphones, RTK solutions on 5G networks. Here there's a straddle carrier, one of the empty cranes, taxiing into the buffering area. In the buffering area is where the upload and download of the cranes takes place, and they are carried on lorries. So Let's Computing is defining the crane's position as well as the truck driver's position. We can see the truck driver here to monitor that everything is happening smoothly. Let's Computing is aware of all elements and their position. If the area is not safe, there is an immediate alert that is raised. All this turns into greater efficiency in the terminal because everything is updated in real time. This is extremely important, having real-time control on the terminal, and it also translates into CO2 emissions efficiency because both lorries and cranes move much more efficiently. The third part of the demo has to do with preventive maintenance. There is a hyper-sensorization of all machinery to be able to carry out a predictive maintenance scheme. Everything is systematically checked, and on the basis of the checking, it is concluded that maintenance is requested or required in 3 days, and this turns into savings. Of course, preventive efficiencies, which is what we are seeing here in the demo. So, in Telefónica, we have digitized end-to-end a harbor with in an ecosystem. 5G networks are based on an ecosystem where it's necessary to have several actors to interact one with another to gain efficiencies and joint benefits. This is all from my side. I hope you have enjoyed the demo, and if you have any questions, do not hesitate to put it forward. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Alejandro. Let's move on. Let's move to the next demo. Let's now cut a long story short. 76 tons of CO2 emissions are saved every year thanks to the case that has been shown. Opening a door more quickly and knowing how to redirect the lorries more efficiently, we save 76 million of CO2 tons a year. That's quite astonishing. Secondly, we're developing safer working environments for all. And thirdly, it's very important to be more efficient, to spot potential failures in machinery in advance allows us to prevent instead of react. When is this going to be working smoothly? Well, when we have all the necessary data, of course, the algorithms that we upload and store about the engines that are systematically turning, well, the more data we have, the better our capability to predict potential failures be. When you develop an engine, is not the same than installing it in a factory because the environment conditions change, right? Is there any mathematician in the room? Well, curves are only an approximation, an estimate, but then we have to adjust with the data, with real-time data. So now real cases. We've seen a real case developed with a customer in the business area. We'll see 2 more cases later. Let's move now to society. In society, we have 2 demos for you. One is related to the digital home. I've said it many times today. Some have applauded. If you are at home and you are excited, please give me a hand. Because you know what? There's something that happened here in Spain for a long time, and thanks to Telefónica fiber, the network worked. And what is it that we were doing at home? Working, downloading films, playing online, education, using a same network, and the network was sound. So a big hand for Telefónica's network. That's it. So let's start talking from here. After your congratulations to our network. So now Brenda is going to tell us a little bit more about what is it that we can do at home thanks to Telefónica connectivity. She's going to be telling more about living apps, etc. So let's move to the demo area with Brenda. Brenda, tell us more about the digital home. Hello, Guillermo, and good afternoon. So last year, the Telefónica's purpose has gained relevance, connecting individuals alive. That's why we have been working to turn digital homes in the center of enjoyment of new technologies. Furthermore, this year, online shopping has been our ally, and that's why we have gone one step forward, developing our own platform, our TV commerce platform. We are the first telco to bring shopping, e-shopping to TV screens. Shopping living apps serve a double purpose. They offer, on the one hand, e-shopping, comfortable e-shopping features, and at the same time, they become an opportunity for companies to introduce their products to Movistar customers. Furthermore, we have developed what we call Movistar Campus Living Up. It's here. Movistar Campus, there it comes. It's an edutainment platform combining education and entertainment in one concept in order to learn differently. As it is the case with e-shopping living apps, Movistar Campus also offers users the opportunity to develop content and to expose their content to Movistar customers. On the other hand, we have brought here to the MWC21 other available services through the different Movistar home applications. We have Movistar Tokens. Movistar Tokens is a reward program that rewards users for their digital behavior. In this platform, we incentivize users to carry out digital actions within the catalog of Movistar digital products and services. If they do so, they receive tokens that they can afterwards exchange by benefits such as data bonuses, film rentals, access to Movistar Plus channels, etc. On the other hand, we have smart Wi-Fi with a gaming functionality. Smart Wi-Fi is a service that helps users manage their Wi-Fi network in a very simple manner. And we work in order to offer unique experiences that help users make the most of their Wi-Fi connectivity. We have developed a gaming functionality thanks to which users can perform 2 main actions. 1, prioritizing devices, and 2, opening ports related to different gaming services, allowing them to ensure the best possible use of their networks. Beyond that, the application is very easy to use. Using the different gaming functionalities is extremely easy. Very user-friendly. Then we have the Transparency Center. In Telefónica, we are aware of data privacy importance. And this is the reason why we have the Transparency Center in my Movistar app, movistar.es, and shortly in Living Apps. The Transparency Center allow users to manage their safety preferences and privacy preferences, as well as data management preferences, and it allows users to check their data consumption, phone use, consumption, etc. We need to bear in mind that this tool was developed with an extremely easy or user-friendly language so that users preserve the control of their digital experience. This is it from my side. This is what we brought to the MWC21 from Digital Home. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Thank you very much, Brenda. So we have a reliable network that allows to combine services, to bundle services, and we open access to third parties so that they can develop their things in our customers' homes. So there's a powerful ecosystem, massive window where exclusive experience can be programmed so that customers enjoy them at home exclusively. Many people, probably, even if stadiums open again, will not want to sit in a stadium, but they will be able to have unique experiences thanks to connectivity. We need to be used to customer decisions. We're ready to adapt. Now, society. Digital home, second area. Put your seatbelts on. Sports. Fasten your seatbelt. Sport. Society. Had it not been thanks to sports, the lockdown would have been a nightmare. I don't know what would have happened. I would have gone nuts. I wouldn't have made it to the mobile. It's just a must to watch a soccer film, or game rather, on a Saturday night. Sports moves a lot of cash, but it also helps us socialize and manage our biorhythms. So, I believe that in order to talk about this, there's no better person to do so. He's going to be talking about the projects that are being deployed. Juan Manuel Cambeiro. Let's hear from Juan Manuel Cambeiro. He's in the sports area. Juan Manuel, off you go. Hello, and thank you very much, Guillermo. Thank you very much, and good afternoon, one and all. Welcome to the sports demo in Telefónica Mobile World Conference 21. We would like to show you how the use of telecommunications, digitation, 5G will help us digitize sports with the aim of finding new ways of enjoying sports, offering new services for spectators attending stadiums, more efficient ways of broadcasting live sports competitions. In other words, different ways of following each player, improving health thanks to connectivity and IoT. Let me give you a couple of examples. The first one is an automatic TV realization in the Avancaria Stadium in collaboration with A Coruña Football Club. Here we can see 3 screenshots that will help us illustrate the case. In the stadium, we have deployed a last generation 5G network with a 3.5 gigahertz coverage in 25 gigahertz with 5 gigabytes in download thanks to our technology. Why is it that we have deployed this last generation coverage in the stadium? Well, we've done so to install 8 cameras that record the trainings and the matches and that send the image in 5G, which requires of a broadband. All this goes to the server in the LEDs of the operator, and there we have an AI software which can be seen here, operating here. It assesses the 8 cameras, it checks where the players are, it checks where the ball is, it checks how everything moves around, and on the basis of all these elements, it sends commands to the cameras to ask each camera to zoom in, zoom out, choose the best possible camera to produce a video out or program, which would be the signal that we would be sending to a TV broadcaster or a mixer in a TV studio. Thanks to that, we have a automatic TV realization platform that does not require any physical infrastructure or satellite infrastructure or human resources. As a result of that, we are democratizing live broadcasts. This is a scalable solution, and of course, it democratizes once again sports events. Here we can see all these systems operating, and here we have a sample of the cameras that we have installed in the stadium. These are PTZ cameras that move around 360 degrees that receive the command of AI, and here we have one of the first millimetric router 5G that we have deployed in the stadium. With this Guillermo, this is the automatic realization demo, and here we have another project which is being implemented with Osasuna Football Club. This is a Humanox technology. These devices are connected. What we aim with this is to have information, real-time information about players' performance and health. This allows the technical team to take decisions in real time, better informed decisions, change their strategies, update their strategies, etc. This device here has a temperature sensor that communicates through Bluetooth with the other one, with an accelerometer, a GPS, and a microphone, which registers when you hit the ball to see how many hits you did with your right leg, with your left leg. All this is sent to a platform gathering data, and this allows the technical team to check the player's performance and update their strategy. Guillermo, this is it from my side. 2 demos, and we invite you to see them in Telefónica stand whenever you want. And I will hand it over back to you. Thank you very much, Juan Manuel. So, to cut a long story short, yesterday I've been asked by many customers, many people ask me, so is this going to be an automatic broadcasting? What about the realizator? And my answer was, well, a realizer a producer is a producer. And they will be needed. Do you know how the production of a team happens today? Only for, kids, right? When kids play soccer around. Do you know how the production is? This is a production for a kids match. What I'm telling you here is that we're going to be able to deploy mainstream productions, and the image will be amazing. And on the other hand, thanks to the other solutions, to the connected devices, Humanox, this will allow us to understand the performance of our players in a much more precise manner. And when you tell the trainer, why is my son not playing? So we've seen the social axis here now with the third axis. I don't know if you recall, but it's related to the environment. Within the environment axis, we would like to speak about sustainability, and we would like to frame sustainability in the framework of a demonstration. Sustainability in Telefónica, certain projects that Telefónica is leading within the EcoSmart stamp to certify that our networks do a low energy consumption, so that if you use Telefónica networks, we can offer you an EcoSmart stamp. So the debate turns around this area. But the demonstration that we would like to share with you to illustrate this side of Telefónica's proposal at the MWC 21 is related to an item called Lettuce Gator. And you'll see why. We're going to ask Path to tell us a little bit more about what this vertical green solution is about. And then we'll do a test. Let's go to Path, who is already up in the stage. Path, tell us, what is the Lettuce Gator about? Thank you very much, Guillermo. So here we have a demonstration of a vertical agriculture proposal where the different growth conditions of lettuce are emulated. Lettuce, strawberry, whatever you want to grow. Thanks to this control system and thanks to the sensors, we can set the appropriate parameters in temperature, humidity, light needs, etc. Thanks to that, we can monitor all these different parameters, so we can have a control on how the plant grows at all times. This is an amazing solution for desertification. In 27 square meters, a container, you can increase the production of these plants, controlling resources such as water savings account to up to 95%. This is an extremely sustainable solution that responds to sustainability needs. Thank you very much, and if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Path. So what Path is basically telling us is that we can grow vegetables in a much more sustainable fashion. And we've been asked, what about traditional farmers? Well, they will be there, as always. But there will be areas or parcels where we can pile up containers, and with 3 containers, one top of another, 26 square meters each. So all in all, in 30 square meters, you can cultivate as much as in a hectare. And if it rains, or if there's a plague, or if it rains stones, no problem. So we're saving here. So we're here to do things differently and to implement digital profiles in the agricultural sector. There's another important item here. We'll keep asking farmers to work, but also we'll hire new profiles, IoT professionals, cloud professionals, cybersecurity professionals, because at the end of the day, what we're doing here is to grow plants thanks to data. We've been asked another question today. So this is one of the lettuce we grew. Are they for real? Oh yeah, they are. Look at me eating it. Yummy, yummy. Well, some salt. I could use some salt. And they are, I mean, it's aeroponic, so no mud on it. So now, 3 environments, 4 demonstrations. Now let's go to the digital twin environment. So let's click into this computer's signal and navigate a little bit around the digital environment. There we go. This is Telefónica's stand. Those here are enjoying it live, but those who are not here for any circumstance, you can navigate through our digital twin. I'm going to zoom in and out for you to see how the stand is distributed and where we are positioned now. So this is the Agora, where we are broadcasting here live. This is the Lettuce. These are virtual lettuce. So this is the sports area. Well, actually, I call it the healthy area because we have the lettuce and the running belt, so super healthy. And let's zoom into the areas that you cannot see physically, but you can see virtually. So here we have a map of Spain. And here we have a tourism department, which is not physical, but virtual. Why not physical? Well, of course, it would be too complicated. The GSMA did not allow us to develop this tourism area, but we can interact in these digital virtual environments. We have pointers, and I can do several things here, such as checking, well, tourism. There's a development in Madrid. This is related with a simultaneous translation automatic service in 5G. We are developing it in Melia hotels. This is public, so it can be set. Actually, we can go to this other area and download what we call digital leaflets. If you download this digital leaflet, you will see 34 use cases in different sectors. In this case, tourism. Melia hotels, as I said before, simultaneous translation, La Manga. So I strongly urge you to check each one of these digital environments. And this is quite new. I said before, it's the first time that we bring content for SMEs, for them to transform digitally. It's the first time in 15 years that an operator brings SME-related innovations. Perhaps it's not so disruptive, but it's very timely because we need to help SMEs, even more so in our country, where SMEs represent an enormous percentage of our GDP. I could start interacting here again, downloading these digital leaflets, and see the different use cases that we believed interesting to present and to share with our customers. We need to carry out a cultural reskilling. It's not only about implementing technology, but changing ways of working. And that's why we need to help small and medium-sized enterprises and the different steps that need to be done to carry out a digital transformation. But we can help them and say, listen, you need to digitize your communications. And then, of course, you need to base everything on the cloud. Otherwise, when you find yourself in front of a crisis, there will be no way for you to sell your products. And many companies, unfortunately, died during the COVID-19 pandemic. And fortunately, it's the first time that in the MWC, an operator brings solutions for digital SMEs. But it was about time. Probably technologically, it's not the most advanced or disruptive thing, but it's very much needed, very timely. So we're going to answer to your questions now, if there are any. I have a couple of questions. Let me see if there's... Oh, here it is. A lot of customers come to us. Oh, that was a question. Are there a lot of customers visiting you? And the answer is, we need more. But Hoffman said on Monday that the attendance this year is 10% compared to 2 years ago. And I did my estimates yesterday. And today I thought that it would be emptier. But we are at a 35–40% more or less in terms of customers, not in terms of people coming in and out the stand. 35%. That means that we've improved our exposition, or our rather exhibition or exposure. So it's a good decision to be here. Second question, what demonstration is most valued by your customers and attendees? I have already eaten a bit of the lettuce, so I'm not going to eat it again. But this one, right, it all depends on your angle, right? So if you're more of a techie TV producer, well, here she's going to love Juan Cabeiro's presentation. If you ask me, I really like the Letters project. It's amazing to see how people react when they see a stand like Telefónica's and they go like, what is that? What are these lettuces? What are these turning lettuces? And when you tell them, oh my lord, oh my god, oh my gosh, there's like a so I would my favorite demonstration is the letters demonstration. Is there any last question from the audience? Otherwise, I will love you and leave you. Oh, there we have a question. Off you go. So let's conclude. And tomorrow there will be no Demotour. We'll be on our way back to Madrid. But today we're still here. We're extremely happy to be at the mobile. This is not a normal mobile. Others didn't show up. I'm not gonna name and shame anyone. But we are here. We wanted to be here. We thought it was the right time to be here. His Majesty the King said so in the opening dinner. We're in Barcelona and we're at the mobile because we need to be here. It was the right time to be here. So once again, thank you very much to all the areas that have brought demonstrations. It's not an easy job because it's not like we have one stand only, we have three. And we've had to feed the three of them, and you know it. There's a physical stand, there are the digital guidelines, and the digital twin. And Wyra in hall number 2 related to open innovation. So thank you very much to all of you. I'll be back. Well, let me see how the letters feels. We'll be back by February next year. God willing.